I also kind of wanted to see, just like take a quick little peek. I saw Moistcritikal put out a video on the Dr. Disrespect situation, and I thought this would be a good recap for anyone who missed it yesterday. And also, I'm kind of curious what he has to say on it.
There are some questions we may never know the answer to. What happens when we die? What came before the Big Bang? Why am I so short? Why did Dr. Disrespect get banned from Twitch at the height of his popularity in 2020? Dr. Disrespect was the face of Twitch, one of the largest streamers on the platform and one of the largest streamers just in general in the world. And out of nowhere in 2020, he received a permanent ban with no elaboration from Twitch's side nor his. Though he has been somewhat vocal about suing Twitch as a result of getting banned, but he's never explained what the ban was for in the first place. So it's always just been this mystery that's plagued the minds of scholars for the last 4 years.
And so people can get a better idea. I realized I didn't show this last time, and this is kind of useful-ish information. He was a pretty big streamer before he got banned. I don't know about the face of Twitch. I'm pretty sure, like, most people would agree that Pokey's been the face of Twitch for a very long time, and maybe XQC for a very long time, and then Ninja was the face, I think, for a good period of time. But, like, there was a period of time where he was really big, like, right before he got banned, averaging... I think this is when he got banned, yeah. Averaging 26,000 viewers. And then, like, even prior to that, like, at one point averaging 50,000 viewers. And this is before this is pre-pandemic. Because you have to remember that the pandemic brought in a lot of new viewers to Twitch. So having this size at this time was, like, massive. Like, this would be the equivalent of, like, probably like Kai stream now. Maybe a little bit smaller than Kai stream now, given how many people were on the platform. So having average 26,000 viewers, getting a max viewers of 71,000 viewers pre-pandemic was enormous. Like, actually enormous. So, oh, run.
Years, a mystery on par with Area 51. And now last night there was a new development in this situation. Now I want to be very clear, these are still allegations here, but a former Twitch employee on a random Friday night just came out and dropped a fucking bombshell claiming that Dr. Disrespect got banned because he was caught sexting a minor using the Twitch Whisper system and trying to meet up with them at TwitchCon. An extremely surprising statement that jump scared the entire streaming community. Like, first of all, I didn't even know people used the Twitch Whisper system. That in and of itself was a shock. Twitch Whispers is more archaic than AIM and more useless than flavored toilet paper. It hardly functions. It's a joke of a messaging service. But anyway, these are obviously massive allegations against Dr. Disrespect. Now, they didn't provide any evidence.
He's right about that. The Twitch Whisper system is really bad. It was really bad. It was like a DMing system that you would have seen in like 2004, I feel like.
Evidence or proof of the claims. However, a lot of other parties, like journalists, came forward saying that they had heard similar things from Twitch employees.
I always forget that it still exists and that Twitch hasn't phased it out yet. So I keep saying was, even though I should be saying is.
Like, their trusted sources had told them similar stories about the reason behind Dr. Disrespect's ban, but again, no evidence has been provided publicly for all of this. Right now, it's just a lot of people saying, like, this is what we heard too. Dr. Disrespect did reply to a tweet talking about it a little bit, saying, "Jake, seriously, I get it. It's a hot topic, but this has been settled. No wrongdoing was acknowledged, and they paid out the whole contract." The vast majority of people were pretty unsatisfied with that response from the doc because it's a bunch of hooey, like mumbo.
Also, somebody else put it into words a little bit better than I could. But that is such a calm response for being accused of, like, being like, that's one of those things where I feel like when you get accused of it, you're like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? No, I did not do that shit. To be like, actually, no wrongdoing was acknowledged. And Twitch and I are good. It's like, Okay.
Jumbo legal lawyer speak that doesn't actually say anything. Like, instead of saying he didn't do what the claims are, like he didn't sext a minor, he said no wrongdoing was acknowledged, not that no wrongdoing happened. And then mentions that Twitch paid out the whole contract, which I think the reason he threw that in there is to try and illustrate that Twitch ended up settling with him and paid out his whole contract, which must mean that
Yeah, and then this is another thing that I've seen from like the two headers from the fucking Dr. Disrespect fans that, I mean, Drake made a whole song to defend his allegations, and it was not good. He should have left it in the draft. But I've seen a lot of like copers from the Dr. Disrespect fan base, which is just like such a sad sentence to say, but wait, the alliteration kind of went hard. And their stance is like, yeah, well, do you know that he's the one who sued Twitch? And he won. It's like, what are you fucking talking about? We're pretending like OJ Simpson doesn't exist. We're just gonna pretend like if you win your court case, it means you didn't do anything wrong. You recognize that they could have gotten sued because they didn't want to finish paying him out because they had to ban him, and that he actually sued them because contractually they were still required to pay him regardless of what he did. Like, what? What?
he was in the right legally, I think is what he's getting at, but it's so obtuse and still doesn't shut down the claim that has been made against him. So most people were left scratching their head wondering, well, is it true or not? So about an hour ago, he did make a follow-up tweet here saying, listen, I'm obviously tied to legal obligations from the settlement with Twitch, but I just need to say what I can since this is the fucking internet. I didn't do anything wrong. All this has been probed and settled, nothing illegal, no wrongdoing was found, and I was paid. Elden Ring Monday. He definitely provides a little more clarity with this statement. However, I have to wonder what legal obligations have got him like fucking strangled like Homer Simpson around Bart Simpson's neck that are preventing him from just saying he didn't sext a minor if he didn't. He's still kind of talking around it, saying it's been probed and settled, nothing illegal, no wrongdoing was found, he was paid, instead of just like outright coming out with a fucking iron fist saying, this is baloney, this is a load of horseradish, absolute fish paste, that's not true. Whatever this legal settlement.
And all of this really makes me feel very emboldened in saying that I wouldn't be surprised if what had happened was that he was talking to this teenager, but he didn't say anything explicit. And he didn't say anything that's provable in court that he was actively trying to do anything with the minor. But all of us know, what other reason do you have to be messaging some random teenagers that you want to meet up with at TwitchCon? Like, what other... Oh, to just be friendly with your community. Okay. You want to probe their deep thoughts about how they feel about high school, middle school, however old they were. Like, I just don't... It's kind of like the Drake situation with Billy Bobby Brown, whatever her name is. It's like, okay, just because you didn't do anything, it doesn't mean that this whole ordeal wasn't really weird. Okay? Because, like, what are you having... This is weird. At least with the Drake situation, before Kendrick dropped everything that he dropped.
Did you know you can subscribe to your favorite Twitch streamer once a month using your Amazon Prime account in Prime Gaming?
This is true. This is actually correct. Factually correct. And if you do it right now, you will skip the mandatory state-sanctioned ad break at the top of every hour. Millie Bob Thornton. I can't tell if you're trolling me or not. But anyways, also Dylan, thank you so much for the 3 months. At least with the Drake situation, it was like, okay, well, maybe Drake is like a fan of the performance that Millie Bobby Brown put on in Stranger Things, and he's just trying to be helpful. Like, I can see a situation where I might feel not obligated, but a compulsion to help out a smaller creator in the space that I feel like I can offer advice to, right? That innately by itself, it's not necessarily a bad thing because at least you're in the same sort of sphere and you do the same type of work. And mentorship is something that's useful. Like a lot of people have had mentorship because someone who's older than them in the same space as them decided to take them in or take them on and like help them out with a variety of things. But then within the context of all the other stuff, the Drake stuff is like, wait, why were you talking to Mila? Why were you talking to her? Actually, wait a minute, wait. And then with the situation with Dr. Disrespect, that one's just weird. What, like, that one is not a, that's not a mentorship. That's just, you're just messaging minors, dude. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Paradox, thank you for the 5
He found Ludwig dance.
Ludwig dance. It's called the Gritty. I actually don't know what it's called. What's his dance called? Is that? I don't dance. The Luddy. Excuse me. Thank you. Sorry. It's named after him. Thank you. Session, thank you for the 32 months. Thank you. And yeah, just to finish up on that topic really quickly. If Macaulay Culkin contacted her, it would make perfect sense to mentor her. I heard he counsels a lot of people given his whole parents scamming him. Yeah, like I can understand an adult in the entertainment industry reaching out to a minor in the industry if they also were child actors as a way to be like, hey, I can see that you have a successful career and you can potentially do a lot in acting and in the Hollywood industry and whatever. Just, I don't want to see it happen to more people. What happened to me and how I got fucked over by all these companies and in some instances parents. So if there's any questions you have, let me know. I'm just here to help. And it's just a friendly, like I can see maybe that relationship. Maybe. Millie said Drake talked to her about boys. See, now this. See, this is what I mean, right? Like, I want to give, prior to the Kendrick stuff, I wanted to give Drake the benefit of the doubt. I was like, surely he's not being a weirdo, right? You wouldn't do that, right, Drake? Right? Oh, you weren't giving her, like, entertainment advice. You weren't giving her, like, contract advice. You were just, being really fucking weird? Okay. Oh. And then in the instance, again, going back, in the instance with Dr. Disrespect, it's like, there's no mentorship there. There's no commonality there. There's nothing there. I want to give people the benefit of the doubt, okay? I do. I really do. But there's nothing there. There's nothing there.
Settlement with Twitch was in the Thunderdome here, it's prevented him from being able to talk directly about...
Sorry, really quickly. It's been 4 years. You really think if he did some criminal shit that he'd not be in jail? You motherfuckers got too many chromosomes. Why do people forget that O.J. Simpson exists? Like, genuinely, like, I don't understand. Have we all collectively forgotten that he exists? We just don't. He just doesn't exist in your books anymore. He's gone. He doesn't exist. He's never existed. He was never in the news. He never did anything. Who is O.J. Simpson exactly? I don't... Like... A, you could have done something morally wrong, but legally fine. B, you could have done something illegal and not gotten caught. Like, or been able to hire a good enough lawyer to help your case to get you a not guilty verdict. Like, it's just ridiculous. It's so silly. It's so dumb. Like, come on, be real, man. Come on. Come on. If I was dating young girls, I've been arrested. I'm way too famous for that shit you suggested. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And then I really do want to stress the first one as well, right? Which is like a good example is cheating, for example. Morally wrong. Legally, you're good. You're not going to get arrested for that. Messaging minors on the internet, morally weird, very weird, very weird. Legally, I don't know that any court can try you for anything if all you did was say, like, hey, I hope you're having a good day, blah, blah, blah. And anyone who knows, knows. But technically, you didn't do anything illegal. Like, it's silly. It's just silly. It's just ridiculous.
About this claim, it seems, which is so fucking odd. Now, I think it's important I mention just how uncommon it is for Twitch to permanently ban a streamer of any size, period. That's more rare than a total solar eclipse. It just doesn't happen often at all.
And more importantly, also, this is something that I think I've seen other people talking about, and they are missing one very important point. It is very rare that Twitch bans a top earner on their website indefinitely. It is very, very rare. Basically, the top 100 or even like 500 streamers, but definitely the top 100 streamers, if you get banned wrongfully, you're getting unbanned. A top earner that they just signed an 8-figure deal with, exactly. Rare for them to put their cash cows out to the pasture? Exactly. I mean, just think of it. It doesn't make any sense. It's a loss of income to ban them? Yeah. Whereas you will see, this is like cancel culture, where cancel culture doesn't actually go after or accurately destroy large celebrities' careers, but cancel culture can destroy the lives of individuals that have no platform and no recourse. So the type of people that the Libs of TikTok Twitter page goes after. Like, those people are being cancel cultured, having people stalk them, dox them, all that other stuff, their lives, contacting their jobs, etc. Right? In the same vein, if you're a small streamer, I've known of small streamers that get banned indefinitely for bullshit. Like, actually total bullshit. But the problem is that they struggle to actually get in contact with like a human representative that isn't just a fucking bot at Twitch to get their account unbanned. Larger creators don't have this problem. Larger creators just reach out directly to staff members and say, I would just got indefinite ban for this thing, unban me, and they get unbanned. So if a large streamer, one of the largest streamers at the time, got a perma-ban? Indefa-ban. Got a perma-ban? Know that shit is serious.
There was a streamer who went live and she goatsied herself directly at the camera on Twitch, only got a 72-hour ban. A year or two ago, there was a streamer who had full-blown sex on stream and she only got a 72-hour ban. There's so many streamers that also have like 10 or even 12 bans to their name and still get to stream on Twitch without issue. So a permaban doesn't happen often, and it certainly doesn't happen often to the biggest streamer on their platform, and Dr. Disrespect was under a big contract with Twitch at the time of his ban. So for them to permanently ban him at the height of his popularity while he was the face of their platform with a big contract from them, it had to be something big. And the theory I subscribe to, and the most commonly accepted theory for why he was banned, was that it must have been some kind of big contract dispute. This time period was a wacky one, quite quirky for sure. It's when Mixer was still around, God rest its soul. It went out with a sad, pathetic whimper, a little wet fart into the wind, but at the time, it was a juggernaut, and it was scaring Twitch. It had recently bought Ninja off of Twitch to Mixer. It bought Shroud. And there was a little bit of a panic from Twitch, who then started issuing massive contracts to streamers on their platform to keep them there and away from Mixer. So the idea was that maybe Dr. Disrespect was talking with Mixer about a huge contract buyout, and it pissed Twitch off, so they banned him and wiped their ass with that contract, which led to Dr. Disrespect suing them for it, but Twitch in the settlement made sure that he kept his mouth shut about it. That was the main theory most people believed, again, myself included, and now this has come out. And again, there's no evidence to support the claims, but with a handful of other people coming forward
I think it's also very telling that Discord nuked his community as well. I didn't know that. That makes a lot of sense. I know Discord doesn't fuck around, and it takes the legal shit pretty seriously. I mean, do you guys remember like the mass exodus of Nazis off of Discord? There were like neo-Nazi subreddits that were threatening to like act essentially to incite violence, and all of them got banned. And I'm pretty sure Discord is doing its best to continue to track things like that and remove things like that because they don't want to be in legal trouble for providing an environment for crimes to exist on. Unshocking, not very shocking, unshocking. The same day? I didn't know it was the same day. Damn.
saying they heard a similar reason behind his ban. It's got a lot of people believing that it must be.
Wait, really? Discord does annual reports on their safety and bans that are made public. It's staggering what goes on the platform. Yeah.
Oh, it is small beamed and dumb.
Discord already has a hard time trying to keep a clean reputation. If anyone is credibly accused of DMing minors, they're going to orbital strike them from space. Girk, hi. Oh my god, thank you for the 40 months. Thank you. Let's be real, it's PR. Oh yeah, 100%. To be clear, I'm not saying that Discord is like this gracious god among us that is trying to, among us, maintain a safe environment for us out of the goodness of their heart, right? No, they just want people to keep using their website, and they can't have people keep using their website if there's fucking Nazis on it. Unsurprising.
Accurate. Now, if it is true, it does also make Twitch look pretty bad here, in my opinion, because this is a situation that deals with child safety on their platform, and if the face of their platform was sexting a minor through their Whispers service, I think Twitch has a responsibility to explain what they're going to do going forward to ensure that kind of shit doesn't happen again. Though I guess there could again be some real fucky nonsense in the legal proceedings that followed. I have no clue, really. But in the event that it is true, it still makes it seem like Twitch was covering up for the face of their platform being a predator. And that's not a good look for Twitch. So I guess it's also possible that Twitch wanted to bury this as well to not take some kind of reputational hit in the public eye. Especially, I guess, during 2020 when Mixer was around. So I guess that's possible. I do, however, think now that this allegation has come out, whether it's true or false, I think this is going to be the start of the information around the ban coming forward, either from Twitch or Dr. Disrespect here, because this is such a massive allegation. So someone's going to come forward.
Bringing a tear to my eye, asking what's Mixer. Do you know how Kick is Twitch, but with a bunch of on it? It's like if Twitch was rated 13 and up, Mixer would be like, I don't even know. Ignore that. Anyways. Mixer was Microsoft's attempt at creating a live streaming platform that went in the other direction, trying to make it as kid-friendly as possible, essentially. And they tried to do or fix the issues that people had with Twitch by making their TOS very, very clear. So I remember Mixer had this one image. Let me see if I can find it. Mixer didn't have any sexual content? Yeah, but I'll see if I can find it, but I remember Mixer's entire goal was just trying to, like, take advantage of the fact that people were so upset about Twitch and Twitch's unfair policy regarding booby streamers. And they had this really cool image that was very clear. They tried to make their TOS as clear as possible. The problem was that the platform was kind of dog shit in all other regards. Like, it was kind of like a hellhole to look at. Visually, it was not pleasing. The streamers that were on there were not. I looked through a bunch of streamers and I couldn't find any streamers I wanted to watch, which is probably just because it's a new like channel, a new page or whatever. Yeah. But yeah, I'll see if I can find it. Basically, Mixer tried to become a kid-friendly version of Twitch, but in my opinion, the UI was dog shit, and the website felt like I was going on one of the oh man, I'm gonna show my age. School appropriate game websites. Do you remember when you weren't allowed to open Newgrounds anymore at school, but you were allowed to open solvemathproblems.com? Cool math games. Yeah. It felt like I was on it felt like I'm not allowed to have Twitch, so I can have cool math games Twitch instead. I don't know how else to describe it, but that is the best way to describe it.
To set the record straight
Twitch at
one way or the
home.
other is what I think will probably happen here, but I could be totally wrong. It could be another 4 fucking years before there's even a peep about the Dr. Disrespect Twitch ban mystery. But something I've seen a lot of other people talking about is they're surprised that Twitch was reading whispers in the first place. I don't think anyone should be caught off guard by that. In the current day and age, everything you send through any service can easily be accessed by that service and is most likely being accessed by that service. All of your data is constantly being harvested and sold. I thought everyone knew that by this point. So in this case, Twitch having access to the whispers and reading them and then taking action from them isn't like an unheard of concept at all. It's just a matter of not that's the reality of what happened, if this is a true claim or not. But anyway, I just kind of wanted to go over where everything's at right now. It's kind of just a complete mess. So I guess we'll see as the story develops. That's really about it. See ya.
See ya. It wasn't just because it was losing money, it was because the entire upper management was doing sexual harassment and being racist. What, on Mixer? I thought I mean, I could be incorrect. I don't know anything about Mixer. I didn't bother to look past that. I tried watching the website, watching any streams on the website, and I was like, I really hate this UI. Like, I really don't like it. It's kind of terrible to use. And then I stopped using it. It was that simple. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people felt the same way, unsurprisingly. Man, wish I could find the... That was confirmed that some of the contracted streamers that went to Mixer and then came back. Damn. Ooh. That's fucked up, actually. Tough. Tough. I'm looking at Mixer right now on the Wayback Machine and it looks like ass. Let me see. Was it mixer.com? It's loading. 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 What is this Facebook gaming? Why did it take me to Facebook Gaming? What? You resaved it instead of looking at the archive? Real? Real? How do I? Oh. How do I? Oh, I'm such a boomer. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Ochi Prodigy, thank you. Thank you for saving me. Anyways, yeah, this is what it used to look like. I wanna see if I can I wish I could show you what one of the stream pages looked like. Because when you would click on the stream, they gamified the shit out of it, so there were, like, 5 different currencies instead of just, like, subbing in bits or whatever, and the UI was just the chat messages looked like shit, like, everything was just bad. It was just not good. Oh, this is perfect. Yes. Yes. Here we go. This is what it looked like. Look at how dog shit this is. Like, I don't like the way Twitch looks. Yeah. Yeah. It looks like if ADHD was a website. It's like if I made this, it looks like a chat song. Yeah, just too much shit on your screen, dude. Marianne, thank you for the gift sub to OG Prodigy. You can post links now. Yay. Thank you. Thank you again for linking it. I worked with the team. There's a lot of money being pumped into the platform without a clear path forward. We walk in one day and the next thing we know, Mixer got cut and people got reorged. It's like if Microsoft Teams and Miniclip had a child. I know, it's not good. It's not good. I feel like, guys, just hire a fan. Okay? Hire fans as the dudes who like to Photoshop video game female characters into sexier versions of themselves, say. Hire a fan, dude. We can make better. Can I vent? Sussy. Can I vent about one thing on Twitch that I fucking despise? I hate that this is now a feature on Twitch. That now it used to be the case that if you wanted to see the VODs, you would just scroll down and it would show you the VODs, I think. I don't even remember, it's been so long. But now, holy, NMP is really making that money. Gee, how many sponsors is he taking out? Oh my. Good for him. Get your bag, King. Now you have to click on the name and then you have to press videos and then it'll show you the broadcast because for some people, home doesn't take you directly to recent broadcasts. It takes you to like clips sometimes. It's just dog shit. Why? Who? Don't even get me started on the creator dashboard. There's like, I would show you guys, but I don't know how much sensitive information there is there. The creative dashboard on Twitch for streamers is so bad. It's like a million different tabs on the left. And I spoke to it's like the TwitchCon before the last, I think 2022. And I spoke to some of the Twitch staff on what they're working on, and they were like, "We're trying to make the UI better. We swear, we're trying to make it better." I promise. It's really hard, okay? It's really difficult. I won't pretend to know anything about making a good UI on mobile because I don't really use my phone nearly as much as my computer. But guys, it's not that hard to make a good UI on desktop. It's not that hard. I don't get why we can't search for clip names. I don't get. I pitched it to Twitch staff. I don't know how hard it is to do this, but I'm going to pitch it to them again, or at least I would like to. Why can't you search in titles? Is this something maybe people who know a little bit more about coding than I do, is it really so difficult to search in a title? Is that like a very complicated thing to do? No, not really. It kind of depends on how they're stored. From my understanding, Twitch actually has some pretty good code and it's not spaghetti. String parsing is easy. Don't you guys change your stream titles as you stream? Well, I guess it would be checking what current stream titles exist, right? So you would have to refresh it, I guess. I don't know what words I'm looking for. Bro, if I can do it in a spreadsheet, I'm pretty sure Twitch can do it. What would people search for in stream titles? Well, what if I wanted to see everyone who was talking about Dr. Disrespect? And I wanted to see other people's opinions on the Dr. Disrespect situation. There's no easy way to do that. There's currently no easy way to do that. Or like, what if I'm trying to find a particular Apex streamer who only plays one specific character? On YouTube, you can do that. You'd have to tag it Dr. Disrespect. Yeah. It'd be better for them to make it harder to search because then it's easier to conceal problematic shit. Yeah, but the thing is, at the end of the day, Twitch wants more traction to their website, and it's kind of all publicity is good publicity. Obviously, outside of, literal on your website, that's probably bad. Because I'm pretty sure they're down for controversy. They're just not down for crimes. They're down for drama, not crimes. Okay. Twitch already does that. I searched Dr. Disrespect, all the clips with him and a title came up. Wait, did they actually do that? Let's see. Dr. Disrespect? What? Why did that come up? Okay. Maybe there's a channel, a big channel. Oh, yeah, there's a channel with a similar name. Dr. Disappeared. It's how did you find that? Because it's not pulling anything up for me. It's just pulling up people. I guess it's pulling up this random channel that said, Dr. Disrespect Your Kids XD. Maybe 2 separate words? Oh my God, it looks like shit. It looks so bad. Okay, can I show you guys YouTube? Can I show you guys YouTube, please? YouTube has a really good feature. A really good search feature. Let me see if I can. If you type, let's say Dr. Disrespect, right? You can filter based on whatever the fuck you want. I want to watch live streams that are talking about it. Like, at least some things are coming up. Anyways, I would appreciate a better search page. That's all. That's all. What the hell is Ludwig watching? I don't know. Can we see? Wait. Hold up. I have to I have to steal content.
For 100 credits in Rust, what is in his mouth? What is that?
Is he playing a VOD? Stream ends when I beat Elden Ring hard mode.
Thank you, Maniac, Creamy, Tank, Isaac Jones, Ryan. Big $5 from Devin. Wallbear, appreciate the memberships, everyone. Appreciate the memberships, y'all. Very kind, very cool.
I don't like this hairstyle. This was kind of a jump scare for me. I don't know how to feel about not seeing his forehead. What the fuck? He looks like, you know what he looks like? He looks like when they tried to make Dexter younger. But the problem is Michael C. Hall, he has such a mature face that trying to make him look younger doesn't work. For anyone who hasn't seen Dexter, the serial killer, they're making a new one, which is really cool. But I hope it's good. Anyways, this is what he looks like. But then in the scenes where they're trying to like show Dexter's past and they are trying to make him look younger, they just give him bangs. But like he has the face of a fucking adult. He's got fucking 5 o'clock shadow. Is that for 4 o'clock shadow? 5 o'clock, I think. Like, what they needed to do, actually, they picked an actor because this is a suggestion. Yeah. This would be a good pick if you wanted to do a young Dexter. Because this is so bad. That's how I feel seeing this. It's like, what are you doing? Stop. Okay, no hate, no hate. Ludwig, capital W. Sadly, we have to stand him after he sold his company to his workers. You can do a goo search and end it with site Twitch to search full index of sites. Oh, that's true. That is true. But it would be nice, I think, and convenient for people to be able to do it on the website. No, I actually love Dexter. I think it's a great show. I thought it was a great show. If anyone here is looking for a good show to watch, go and watch it. The one thing I will say is that you should watch it like it's Death Note. Like, you shouldn't take it too seriously. It's a little bit silly and it's a little bit ridiculous, and you kind of just got to go with the flow. Like, just experience what you think the writers were trying to create. It's a very fun show. Yeah, it's a little silly, but it's a fun show. Why did they write in the incest? That was so weird that they did that. Why did they do? I know that Dexter, spoiler for a show that came out 2 decades ago, is adopted, but like, why did they do that? That was so weird. Why? Why did they do that? That was so weird. Okay. All right. And the actors were married in real life, and then didn't they get divorced too? I don't know. Anyways, moving on. Let's talk about, hey, where did you get that? Hey, buddy. All right. So going back to the Dr. Disrespect situation, TLDR recently came out that the reason he got banned 4 years ago was when he was at the height of his career. He had just signed an 8-figure deal with Twitch. It was because apparently he was sexting minors using the Twitch Whispers feature. Now, in response, he came out and said, I did not do, no wrongdoing was acknowledged. Wormy, why are you meowing so loudly in the other room? Why? I know you have everything you could need. Why are you meowing that loudly? Meow. Meow. Okay. Where is it? Excellent. Here it is. So Dr. Disrespect had this to say on the matter, which was basically, nah. There was no wrongdoing acknowledged, and they paid out the whole contract. Listen, I'm obviously tied to legal obligations from the settlement with Twitch, but I just need to say what I can say since this is the internet. I didn't do anything wrong. All this has been probed and settled. Nothing illegal, no wrongdoing was found, and I was paid. Elden Ring Monday. Denims reply, sorry, sure, Dr. Kidden's back. Anyways, can I just say really quickly, if it ever happens that the quartering comes to my defense, I'm afraid it's so over, and it's never been more over. Because the last guy that I would want, if I was, let's just pretend for a second that you're Dr. Disrespect and you're totally innocent. You were reaching out to that teenager just out of the goodness of your heart and to talk to a fan. And that was it, right? That was all that you wanted. The worst thing to happen to you, the worst thing, is have motherfucking the quarter pounder show up to your defense. The guy the guy who made a PSA to that had child computers.
It's more of a public service announcement than anything else. At the office this week, we had a situation where one of the techs came across.
For anyone who doesn't know, quartering used to do IT.
Some pictures on a customer's computer that were of the child variety. I don't really know if there's any tack way to put that, but the customer was reported and subsequently arrested, I believe, is last that I heard. And is even more serious. However, I've never known a tech in my life that ever took anything other than like videos or music off computers. But the point of this video is just to remind people that, you know, as techs, we read your emails, so to speak. I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying it happens. So if you have things that you don't want computer techs to see, you know, you should delete them or rename them that you don't want techs to look at. You know, maybe change the folder name when you take it in if you can, or, you know, I'm not condoning it. I don't think it's necessarily right. I believe it's an invasion of privacy, but and that's really why, you know, I don't really do it anymore. But I certainly did back in the day, and, you know, there's not a tech in the business out there right now that doesn't do it. It happens. So if you have these sorts of things, remember that computer techs do look at other things on your computer. It's
So like, I don't even know why you feel the need to give a PSA. Like, I don't. Why are you giving a PSA? Like, ah, ah. The only reason I feel like you would be giving a PSA is if the things that you're downloading are illegal.
by accident. Sometimes it's by curiosity. But just keep in mind when you take things in
Or boredom.
to get your, you know, you take your computer in and get it fixed. People look around on it, and you shouldn't make it real easy for people to find things.
So yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Personally, me as Dr. Disrespect here, if I was insisting that I'm innocent of any wrongdoing, I feel like the first thing I would say is respond to the quartering and say, never speak to me or about me or defend me ever again, you fucking freak. Followed by that post. That video. Me, that's just me anyways. We will delete all your desktop icons and replace your background with a screenshot of them. That is evil. That is. Honestly, I would respect this shit. I'd be like, I need to know who worked on my computer so I can fucking tip them. That was hilarious. Great job. Excellent job. Because it's easily fixable, right? Because you just need to find the files and put them back on there. It's like fitting in a puzzle, right? But yeah. 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 Anywho. You ever put notes in your phone nobody should see? You just name it like to do after work. Yeah. Yes. Oh my gosh. Anyways. Okay. So moving on from that point. Okay. Moving on from that point. Now that I think everybody here is pretty caught up. I would like to talk about the recent Nickmercs developments. You know, I have to say something. I do feel just a little bit bad about me kind of clowning on Tim the Tatman a little bit, because I do feel like Tim the Tatman, he's one of those people that I feel like sits in the gray area, but I almost feel certain knowing that his perspective on the entire matter is like, Nick, shut the fuck up. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. You can tell just from like the way that you can tell just from the way that like Tim the Tatman talks on his stream. He has probably bad opinions about things, and he really does not reconsider certain things. Like the fact that he went and defended Nickmercs in the first place was not great, right? Like this was the post initially. Nickmercs has been my friend for years. We went in getting our COD operators together. It feels wrong for me to have mine and him no longer have his. And support, please remove the Tim the Tatman bundle. Like, it's very obvious that he's just. he's not an evil person. I don't think that he's someone that wants to go out of his way to like make other people's lives worse. I think he just puts the wrong qualities first, right? Or the wrong priorities first. And I'm pretty sure right now Tim is probably so mad at himself for having defended Nickmercs in the first place. Because who would have ever imagined that? Well, I would have, because I'm a genius. But I feel like as Tim, you did not imagine Nickmercs would like just go insane on you. And just start tweeting the most transphobic shit all day, every day. But whatever. Not important. We had this update video. I'll play it again for anyone who missed it.
Yo, checking in. Look, I opened Twitter. Bunch of my mentions are he, they, she, hey, they, fucking, I identify as a helicopter. God damn it.
Classic.
And I seen the couple tweets about the doc. I'm as taken back as a lot of you guys are, okay? But the fact remains that these are some crazy accusations. Crazy. Big time accusations. And until we know more, until we know them as fact, until they've been proven with evidence, what are we talking about? What's anybody talking about? As far as the leave little kids alone stuff, this doesn't make it any further from the truth. Leave little children out of your shit. Have a nice day. Yo, checking in. Look, I opened Twitter.
Yo, checking in. I just need a second to process. Can I say something mean? Can I be? I want to be a cunt so bad. Oh, it's so much fun being a cunt. Okay, just a little mean. Just a little mean. A smidge of mean. It's so hard for me to be offended by people who are so clearly fucking morons. It's like when I see people like Ben Shapiro say bigoted shit, it makes me really mad because I know that Ben Shapiro's an idiot, but he's not like an idiot, right? Like he's a fucking lawyer. He understands how an argument is meant to be built. He says stupid shit, but he knows better, right? He's just evil. He's more evil than he is dumb. So it does make me kind of mad when I see that guy. With people like Nickmercs, there's so little happening up here that any frustration I have is immediately dissolved, and it just makes me want to laugh at it. Like, truly, just nothing there. Nothing there at all. Just Nickmercs sounds like he would be on Ovo and defend Drake. Oh, man. Oh, gosh. But anywho, okay, so after this happened, Ava, I don't know if anyone had seen it. Pretty sure you guys have to have seen it, but let's pull it up. Ava, the trans woman with the that was working at the MrBeast headquarters or whatever. I think she still works with MrBeast. I'm pretty sure they're still friends and everything. She engages in a bit of troll posting. She engages in a bit of fun trolling, right? And she was in a MrBeast video recently. That's so cool. And I think after Nickmercs had posted "Go live in your dreamland" or something, she uploaded a clip of her. Yes, here it is. Me chilling in my dreamland with all the transgenders. I do love her. She knows how to have a good time. She knows how to have a good time. Where were we? Right. So she made a fun little post. Me every time I post on Twitter, and it's just the video of him talking. Just having some fun. Just having a little bit of funsies, you know? And as it would turn out, Nickmercs decided, I will not have this fucking trans woman responding to my post, making me look like an idiot. This is unacceptable. No one is allowed to make me look like an idiot, and especially not these Dreamland airplane people, okay? And he was like, it's time. It's time to go fully into transphobia. You should be ashamed of yourself, he tells her. Leaving behind your wife and child to go play pretend. One day, you'll wake up and realize what you've done. Proposed community notes. And like I said before, I was kind of always on the fence with MrBeast. Like, I was kind of always like, I don't really like this guy, but whatever. Something about him, he feels too hyper-produced and it makes me uncomfortable. Jorge or Jim, thank you so much for the 11 months. But after everything came out with Ava and how supportive MrBeast has been, it's made me really like MrBeast a lot more. Like a lot more. Because it feels like he does have principles that are more than just making money all the time. And that's always the thing that, I think that's always the thing that rubbed people the wrong way with MrBeast. It felt like he didn't care about anything except for making money and getting as many views as possible. And then seeing him take a stance on queer issues to look out for his friends and stand up for what's right, when he didn't have to do that and probably lost some money or sponsors because of that, really fucking cool. Very cool. But he responded to Nickmercs to say, Ava is literally always with her kid and doesn't even go on shoots so that she can spend more time with him. Tuckman is always smiling. I'm not sure why this rumor is a thing. That's so cute. This is so cool. His response is nothing but facts. Yeah. I mean, it's still like cool to see. I don't know if I'm too weak, but I think it's cool to see fucking bigoted Nickmercs be like, hey Ava, I bet your kid hates you and you never spend time with them and you're playing pretend. And then have fucking MrBeast show up and be like, dude, what is wrong with you? Ava misses shoots to go spend time with her kid. I don't know why you guys are spreading this rumor around. It's really weird. Damn. Oh. Nah, he cool. The biggest content creator openly being an ally to trans people. That's what I'm saying, right? Also, there's a lot of people who watch Nickmercs that idolize MrBeast. Yeah, and the fact that he's spending his effort and time defending that is really, really cool. Very cool. Also, as a trans girl, having the biggest YouTuber ever defend trans people is sick as fuck. And let me see if I can find it one sec. I wish I could see the original post. Twitter has been having this problem where if you try and switch to your other account, it fucking won't let you on desktop anymore. It's really annoying, but let me see. Let me open the post.
Mentions are he, they, she.
Okay, so that was the hateful post. So she's just been responding to it and everything. And then, as you might imagine, thank you for sending your loyal, most dedicated fans my way at Nickmercs. And unsurprisingly, she's dealing with a bunch of harassment from a bunch of people saying vile shit to her. Shocking, right? Society actually isn't pro-trans people. Whoa, what a wild concept. Wow, weird. Weird, huh? And then I wanted to show this as well, which I thought was really cool. Media? No. Media. There we go. She recently posted a picture with her kid saying, you could have used a photo from, in response to the drama alert post, you could have used a photo from not over a year ago, but go off, I guess. And also, huge kudos to her for censoring her kid's face. I'm very happy that I've seen a trend online of people doing the right thing and like censoring their kid's face. I'm not judging the people who don't, but I really respect the people who do. Especially with the advent of all the AI shit. Just a good thing to do to just be safe and just censor their faces because there's some fucking freaks online. So really cool. Really, really cool. Yeah, and I think it's really cool. I think it's really cool. And then I guess I'm not really sure I understand why. But Sneeko, I guess decided to weigh in. Comes in to say, Sneeko doesn't see Jimmy putting wells in Africa, helping the blind see, and the deaf hear as saving lives. Only when Jimmy says trans bad will he have actually made a difference in the world to Sneeko. If you want to pretend to be a woman, do it off camera. Don't be selfish. Do not damage Jimmy's philanthropic reputation. Do not confuse a generation of children by celebrating puberty blockers and genital mutilation. And Ava gave the craziest response. She said, you mad Jimmy kept the T-slur and not your loser ass. She ate, Your Honor. I'm afraid she ate, Your Honor. I became my own man. You leached off of one and still failed. I know you know that I have skin in that company, so you're lying to yourself to make yourself feel better. I helped found it. Being your own man isn't sucking off grifters. Have a great time in 10 years when you're only remembered for being a racist. Hey, Ava, that's not true. He's also going to be remembered for for getting punched in the face, okay? For getting absolutely decked in the face and getting free dental work done, okay? I will also remember that about him. All right? Getting falcon punched, yeah. And I got to say, yeah, she ate. She did eat. She did eat, I'm afraid. She kind of cooked him, left no crumbs, whatever they say, whatever the kids be saying. Hey, he's also going to be remembered as a... Oh, yeah, sorry, you're right. Sorry, you're right, my bad. Sorry, my bad. How could I forget? Sorry. Jeez. Oh my gosh, hi. Welcome. Sneeko Terror is what I'll remember him for. Dude, does anyone do that? Okay, I don't know if this is toxic, but does anyone else, like, if you ever hang out with your friends and you see some random chair by itself, do you ever point at it and say, like, every place got the Sneeko chair. Every place got the Sneeko chair. Does anyone else do this? No? Like, you know, on, like, when people move, they'll leave, like, their trash or whatever. You ever see, I don't know, anyone here who lives in an apartment complex or, like, even homes that throw out old furniture? You ever see a chair by itself and you're like, every sidewalk got the Sneeko chair. I do do it every time. I'm sorry. Yeah. No, because I'm not a weirdo who mentions Twitch memes outside of chat. Oh, my bad. Sorry. You're right. Sorry. My bad. Oh, gosh. Anywho. Next. You have to love that, like, Twitter just now promotes just garbage like this. Posts like this used to get like no views. They used to get no post boosting, and now it's just this garbage. 2 million views. Sorry, 2.6 million views. It'll never not be sad that he traded his beautiful family for a disordered fetish. He abandoned his wife and kid to LARP as a woman. They must have a rule for boosting transphobic and racist shit. Just, like, what is wrong with you? What? Like, genuinely. Wait, why is that so big? Wait, what is? Why can I do this? Oh, maybe it doesn't show up in Chatterino. Never mind. Anyways, calling it a fetish is kind of a self-report, not gonna lie. Oh, for sure. All of the people, by the way, who are obsessed with this stuff, 100%, 1,100,000%, those are people that are looking at a particular search on, let's call it. Okay? Genre, category. Because no normal person is thinking about trans people this much. No, there is not a single normal person that thinks about trans people this much. The only people that do are people who are either questioning whether or not they're trans or, you know, people who like a certain category. Are you guys doing some crazy shit in chat? I feel like I'm missing out. What are you guys doing in chat? Let me see. I'm opening my fucking Twitch.tv. Let me see this. Is there a way to make this bigger? Scatter. It's not working. I don't see. I'm keeping this open. I will find out what you guys are up to. Okay, moving on. Oh my God, why are they so gigantic? How are you guys doing that? Wait, this is kind of sick. New bits feature? Wait, this is kind of DNM balls. Yo, look at how high quality those balls are. Wait, it's kind of sick. Yep, ball. Ew, delete the VO stare one. Ew, I don't like this one this big. Okay, sorry. I'm not showing it to you guys. I don't like this one. This one makes me uncomfortable. That's how I feel about it. That's how I feel about these emotes are so high def. I don't they're so close. All right. Enough.
Deanbo, this is our chat, not your chat. We the people demand our giant emotes and wormy. We trust DNM balls, DNM chat rights. Mayor Cat still owes me for all that liquid catnip. I got him.
He's gonna pay you, I swear. Okay. All right, there was something else that I wanted to talk about. Give me 1 second. Let me cook. Let me think. While we... Oh, yeah, I remember what I was going to tell you guys. 1 sec. Okay, I remember. Within the context of everything that's happening right now, and I really do feel bad, and I can't imagine what it's like to be Ava in this situation and deal with people making these type of posts about you. Can you imagine someone making this type of post about you? Like, if it's not difficult enough to be trans in America, you also have to deal with a bunch of people making judgments on your life and attacking you. The beautiful family part thing is such a creepy thing to say to someone. Yes. Oh, 100%. But I do appreciate all of the people who genuinely seek out information and all the people who respond to those people. So this Michaela tweet, for example, serious question for anyone. If trans people know that they're trans from a young age, why did this man decide to create a family with a woman, subject their child to a life without a father, and then put the wife in a position where she's forced to civilly co-parent? And initially I was like, this is terrible. But then I read this and it's like societal pressure and inward dysmorphia. For straights, it's called being in the closet. It happens all the time. Michaela responds, okay, I can understand that, I guess. I don't think it's true that all trans people know that they're trans from a young age. It might be something you realize or accept about yourself until later in life. Okay, but if you're not sure about what you want to identify as later in your life, wouldn't you believe it to be a bit selfish to put that onto a child and their mother in the process of figuring yourself out? And then also just like, let's emphasize she's asking a genuine question, which is so valid. Thank you. This is a valid question to ask without being hostile. So I just want to say, shout out to people who are trying to learn, even if they're not necessarily asking the questions in the best way. And shout out to the people who are actually responding to these people in genuine ways. And trying to explain stuff. Because this is very clearly genuine. And I will always try and help people who genuinely are trying to learn and be reasonable and understand things. Right? So yeah. I think a good answer to this, why I asked that on Twitter though, I mean, why not? I think a good answer to this question is just trans people have not had open visibility. I would say pro-trans sentiment has only existed for maybe the past decade. Maybe. And that's if you lived in a blue state or a blue city. Because I knew trans people existed, or I found out what being trans was when I was like 21 or something. And I was hanging out with theater kids, as one might do. And I met someone who later told me that they were trans. And I was like, oh, cool. I didn't know. What is that like? Like, yeah, I would love to learn more. And they talked to me about it. But like prior to that experience, I hadn't really met anyone before that I knew of that was trans. And that's, again, because I lived in a blue city. Right? So I would say, oh, like awareness only started like, yeah, mid 2010s, maybe. We only had like, what was the first good portrayal of a trans person in media? Like a famous portrayal, like a semi-large piece of media. Orange is the New Black, I think, was the first positive depiction of trans people in America. I'm sure One Piece has its characters as well, but to be fair, Japanese media has a lot of characters that don't fit into gender binary, and they've had these forever. I would say that Orange is the New Black was the first positive piece of media that showed a trans person in it. And that came out, when did it start airing? ...2013. Yeah, so like mid 2000s, I think, is when we started having mainstream positive representation of trans people. To be clear, there's been lots of representation beforehand, right? And there's been a lot of representation, negative and positive, beforehand. But I don't know if any of them were particularly large pieces of media. Like a mainstream piece of media. Yeah, I know Sense8 had some. I know that there are lots of depictions in Japanese media of gender nonconforming characters, and there always have been. And then the problem is, like, Caitlyn Jenner was not a character in a piece of media. She's a human being, right? So I would say that I think Orange is the New Black was the first positive representation of media. So prior to this, I don't know how many trans people would have even been able to know that the feelings that they felt, the discomfort that they felt in their bodies, was because they were trans. Right? Because I think with I think the thing with being gay and romantic or sexual attraction to people of the same sex or gender, I think that that is something that is simple and straightforward, if that makes sense. It's like, there's nothing complicated there, and there is already this thing that exists that you can build your worldview off of. It's like, oh, I see these people and I feel attraction. It's very straightforward, right? Now, how you deal with it and how society treats you because of it is a different thing. Whereas gender dysphoria, if you have no media that tells you that this is a thing that can happen, that you can feel gender dysphoria, just period. And if you try and ask anyone around you, historically, your friends and family are probably going to tell you, yeah, everybody kind of thinks about being the other gender once in a while. Just ignore it. It'll go away. It's really not a big deal. So I don't think a lot of trans people even had a way of understanding why they felt the way that they felt and how to fix it. I think a lot of trans people historically have just been like, wow, I feel like shit all the time. Maybe if I just perform my role better, I won't feel so bad. And then that doesn't work, as you would imagine. It's shocking, I know. I was incredibly depressed, and I didn't have any idea why until I realized I was trans. Precisely. Like, what are you supposed to do? If you've never heard trans people exist, you've never seen any media of trans people, and everyone around you tells you, like, no, that's normal. Everybody deals with that. What else are you supposed to do other than just, like, not deal with it, but just deal with it? So at the very least, a lot of the trans people that I've spoken to that are in their late 20s and 30s, they've talked to me about how they just didn't know what the fuck was going on inside of their brain. So they just tried to do their best to fit in with what society expected them to do. And now that trans visibility is so much greater, they saw media depictions, they saw posts online about this, and they were like, oh, I'm trans. That's why I feel so shit. That's why I'm not happy in this gender. If I had known this, I would have done this ages ago. So I don't think it's fair to fault people for performing cishet roles and doing the things that they were told would make them happy. And then they find out being trans is a thing, and they realize that that is what they are. Like, you should not be punished indefinitely for that. I don't think, anyways. I'm a lately realized trans woman. I had many misconceptions on what trans was for media. I was very depressed. I couldn't pin down exactly why. Even psychology people didn't figure it out. For a time, I was gay, but I didn't fit in with gay culture at all, and it didn't make me feel better. Exactly. And so I don't think that it is a morally unacceptable thing or like a wrong thing. And I think it's a normal thing that would happen to you if you were trans, but you did not have any context for what that was. And everyone around you told you to just be a man or be a woman. So you do those things and then they don't make you happy. And then you see media of you on screen and you realize that that's what you are and that's what'll make you happy. Yeah, I mean, that's not. Yeah. This is a wild reply. Yeah, this is. Yeah. I don't think it's true that all trans people know that they're trans from a young age. I think it may be something that yeah, okay. What if you're not sure about what you want to may identify as later in your life? Wouldn't you believe it a bit selfish to put that on a child and their mother in the process of figuring yourself out? I think you're madly uneducated on the topic. If I hadn't transitioned, I would have killed myself. You people are crazy. I asked a civil question and instead of educating, you just cry and give a sob story. This is exactly why people hate y'all. This is the perfect opportunity. This is the perfect opportunity for something, guys. This is a perfect opportunity to bring this back. But scribble out the bottom one and replace it with transphobic. I love that picture so much. Oh, man. Oh. Yeah. In my opinion, I don't think you ever go down this line of I don't think this is I just don't think this is the play. Personally, I don't think this is the play. Sorry, I don't like the life experience a lot of us go through, but it's real. I don't know what else you want me to say there. I literally asked the question, you stupid fuck. I'm asking you to answer the question with a valid response and said, you tell me you tried to kill yourself. Like I give a fuck. Okay, that's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That is enough. That's enough. That's enough of that. That's enough of that. All right. We're good. We're good. Okay. This is a great way of putting it. As a cisgender straight man, I know someone that transitioned late in life, and people ask me all the time, when did they transition and how does it feel to know them before? And I go, I didn't know who the person was until they found themselves and told me who they are. It's almost as if you can't know until they do. That is a perfect way of putting it. That is beautifully, beautifully written. Also, in general, going back on the topic really quickly. Okay. Sorry, but I genuinely disagree with the... No, wait. Sorry. Really quickly, to answer seriously, I have to go back. I'm sorry. The sentence, subject their child to live a life without a father, makes me so frustrated because there is no research that proves that kids need a mother and a father. There is only research that proves that kids perform better in school, IQ, happiness, when they have two parents instead of one parent. And the problem with that data, of course, is that there are other variables that might explain why two parents make a better household, namely having a dual income. Kids that have more money tend to be happier. Up until a point, there is a point of diminishing returns. But having two incomes is better than having one income, or alternatively, having one income and then having a full-time parent is better than a parent that has to be a parent and also bring in money all day or for their kid forever until they're 18 or whatever. This is just, there's nothing wrong with a child living without a father. Children do not specifically need mothers. They do not specifically need fathers. They need parental figures in their life that can provide them everything that they need. That is the requirement. And there's no research that proves otherwise. Okay? There is no research that proves that kids need a uniquely male parent or a uniquely female parent. And if there is, I would love to see it, because I've tried to look for it and all I found is just, hey, kids from two-parent households perform better in all aspects of life than kids with one parent, generally speaking. There are outliers and exceptions, of course, but generally speaking, you are more prepared for life with two parents. That's it. That's it. We already went over this and hashed this out when it came to gay people wanting to adopt. When people were saying gay people can't adopt because what are the kids are going to get confused or some shit. But that's not. I read a study a while back that looked at lesbian parents and the negative effects of having no father in the home disappeared. There's no need for any gender. It's just having two people. So you have the money for your basic needs met and time to be with your parents. That's all that kids need. Yeah. And it's pretty intuitive when you think about it. Like, imagine you are a DPS. You need a tank and a healer. Having this hybrid tank healer is just not as good as having a dedicated tank and a dedicated healer. It's just not as good. I'll put it in league terms. If you're playing ADC, you will do better than the enemy ADC if you have a jungler and a support that are helping you out the whole game. If you only have one of those and the enemy team has both, you lose if you're bad. Win lane, lose game feels bad. You're just set for life better. You're set to win the game when your jungler actually ganks and your support actually supports. Does it mean you can't succeed? No. You can still fucking ADC carry, but jungler diff is real, support diff is real. And then like top is like medical debt. That's what that is. When the enemy top laner just is like fed as hell, and you lose the game anyways, that's like you just got a bunch of medical debt and you're fucked. Sorry. Europeans do not interact. I'm so lost, don't worry about it. Yeah, does the gender of the role matter? No play what's. Yeah, it's not like you'd be like, well, my jungler has to be male and my support has to be female. It's like, no, the gender doesn't fucking matter. You just need, if you have both of them, you're better set to win your lane. FF this analogy. What the fuck? It's a good analogy. Oh my God. The best counter I've ever heard is if you think having gay parents will influence the child's upbringing, then how do you explain straight parents having gay kids? Well, those are exceptions. Those are the people that are actually gay. Those are the real gay people. All the gay people that are born from gay households, they were convinced to be gay. Duh. Yeah, obviously. Oh my God. The thing that I never understand, to be honest, the thing that I just like really confuses me is, do you really think all these people are just lying? Like, do you actually genuinely think all of these people, all of them, this is just all of them are lying to you? Doesn't that seem a little unlikely? Doesn't it seem a little unlikely? Just a little bit?